Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Golden West Pops at the Enderle Car Show here in Tustin. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your announcer for this afternoon's concert. Please join me in welcoming to the stage our conductor, Miss Pollyanna Gorman. That was our trumpet section in a number called The Summit, written by John Moss. And now I'll turn the announcing over to the band members themselves.
Eric Patrick Clapton is an English rock and blues guitarist, singer, and songwriter. He's the only three-time inductee to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, once as a solo artist, and separately as a member of the Yardbirds and of Cream. We found a wonderful medley of some of his greatest hits: Let It Rain, Change the World, Forever Man, Tears in Heaven, and Layla. We hope you enjoy Eric Clapton on stage.
West Pops, for those of you that don't know us, we're an all-volunteer group of musicians that get together every Wednesday night and practice and perform the kind of music you're hearing today. So, if you play an instrument, you'd like to come play with us, we'd love to have you. Just contact myself or Heidi, or maybe you've got a special event, and we'd love to come and perform for that too. So let us know and see if we can help you out with a little music in your life.
Is everyone having a good time so far? Our next piece is entitled Sliding Down the Mississippi, which was written for the Mississippi State University Wind Ensemble and their conductor, Elva K. Lance. The piece premiered with the composer, Clifton Taylor, as the soloist. 3 early 20th century tunes provide the foundation of the arrangement. St. Louis Blues and Memphis Blues by W.C. Handy, and Way Down Yonder in New Orleans by Henry Creamer and Jay Layton. And our trombone solo will be by none other than Kelly Bean.
So this is the Golden West Pops 15-year anniversary, and we've been in existence. Our first rehearsal was October 1st, 2003, and Kelly was at the first rehearsal.
I was too, but...
The great thing about a great organization, any organization, is that it's always looking to the next generation. So we at the Golden West Pops are no exception. And within our ranks, we invite every year some students to come, high school students, to come and sit with us, learn, and perform. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce some of them to you now. Would the young people that have joined us this season please stand up?
So we invite these kids because we were band musicians. We were musicians in the summertime, and we got in lots of trouble. Well, I'm speaking mostly of myself that time. We get in trouble in the summer, and especially if you don't play during the summer, and then you go back to school in the fall or marching band, as some of these kids are doing, and you haven't played for 2 months, and then the band director's, let's just say, frustrated about that. So what we want to do is we want to give these kids a little bit of a leg up on their next year. So they've been playing all summer. They've been playing with us. This is their second concert with us. They've been rehearsing with us since mid-June. We have one more concert next Sunday, and then they go back to school, but they've been playing all summer. So they will be first chair in every department, right? So we really have a lot of fun with the kids. We set them in between some of the let's say, more seasoned players to make sure that they are getting some pointers. I'm not so sure about the trumpets, but most everybody else, they are. So anyway, we are really glad that they're here. A couple of these kids have been with us 2 or 3 years, and so we are really very appreciative of that. Oh, and because they come, and because they're here, and because we like them, we give them solos every year. And so this year, most of the solos in this next piece are going to be done by the kids.
Since 1995, the creative team at Pixar Studios has given us heartwarming stories and unforgettable characters that appeal to audiences of all ages. In addition, the music created for these films is an integral part of their charm and popularity. Included in this piece are You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story, The Spirit of Adventure from Up, The Glory Days, The Incredibles, The Big Race from Cars, and the Ratatouille main theme. We hope you enjoy Pixar Movie Magic.
He's in his sexy voice.
this on? Flight of the Bumblebee is an orchestral interlude written by Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov for his opera, The Tale of Tsar Salomon. In 1899-1900, the piece closes Act 3, during which the magic swan bird changes the Tsar's son into an insect so he can fly away to visit his father, who doesn't know he's alive. This piece has traditionally been taken at breakneck speed. We would like to feature 4 of our musicians on this piece: Keith Bergner, Rob Varian, Virginia Roberts, and Karen Bell.
Living in Southern California, we live pretty close to Disneyland. Well, we'd like to bring you even closer to Mickey Mouse with the music of Disneyland. Hear themes from Splash Mountain, Main Street, Pirates of the Caribbean, Peter Pan, Country Bear, Vacation Hoedown, The Carousel of Progress, Cinderella, and the theme song from It's a Small World, everyone's favorite song.
So that actually blends right into my announcement. So we have many corporate sponsors who help sponsor the band and its expenses. And we want to thank one of them right now, Disneyland, who's been very gracious to the band. Boeing and Schneider Electric have all been great corporate sponsors of ours. And we want to give them all a round of applause for supporting this great volunteer organization.
Okay, now, before they all take over again, while we all like to believe that you are here solely to see us today,
Yes, that's true, right?
there is actually a car show on the other side of the center, and they are having a raffle. So, we're going to do one more song, and we're going to take a short break after that, and while we're on break, we would like you to go buy raffle tickets and help support the Boys and Girls Club of Tustin that has invited us here to come and play. Okay, everybody's going to go buy raffle tickets, right? Good job.
Microphone delivery.
Thank you. Okay, Dixieland music, sometimes referred to as hot jazz, is a style of jazz which was developed in New Orleans at the start of the 20th century. The Dixieland jazz combines marches, ragtimes, blues, and improvisation. Solos by trumpets, saxophones, clarinets, drums, and the famous, or infamous for some, tailgating trombones are played with band accompaniment. This arrangement of Basin Street Blues, Maple Street Rag, Tin Roof Blues, When the Saints Go Marching In, and Bill Bailey features some of our outstanding soloists. We hope you enjoy Dixieland Jam.
So there wasn't really a trombone solo in the Pixar piece, so Wendy petitioned me to be able to play the solo on this. Wendy Ostashevsky is a freshman at El Dorado High School. She is only one of 4 freshmen that have ever been allowed to play in the senior varsity jazz band as a freshman. No pressure, Wendy. And she is going to do the solo, and part of this is not written, so part of this is just going to come straight out of her head. Interesting to see what happens.
We know your mother.
production of the Golden West Pops. Under the direction of our own Miss Pollyanna Gorman. We're going to take about a 7-minute break, so go.
So it's that's loud. So it's been about 7 minutes, so we're going to get started again. As the band is filtering back in, Marley, I'm going to make a couple of announcements for you. The first is that this is our CYA announcements. We are a 501c3, which means we're a nonprofit charity. So anything that you would like to donate is tax deductible. We do have a tiny jar over here if you feel that if the spirit moves you. We are all volunteers, so nobody is paid. The expenses that we have are covered by dues and grants and things that we get, donations from individuals and from companies. So we have the usual rent, insurance, things like that. So we are a true nonprofit. Nobody's paid. I'm not paid. The board of directors is not paid. Nobody's paid. We don't pay John. We don't pay anybody. We don't pay anybody. Not any of them. Nobody. We do have a number of ways that we do get donations, and one of those is through Ralph's. For those of you that shop at Ralph's, we are listed as a charity with Ralph's, and come September 1st, if you would like to go on into the Ralph's website and link your Ralph's card to the charity of the Golden West Pops, at 3% of your purchases, Ralph's donates 3% of your individual purchases to us. It doesn't cost you any money. All you have to do is link your card to our charity, Golden West Pops, in the Ralph's website, and we get 3% of your purchases. And we used to get only about $120 or so a year, and this year we're at almost $400. So a lot of you have linked your purchases. I like to do all my Thanksgiving shopping and things like that at Ralph. Well, I do all my shopping at Ralph's because that's who I am. But especially the big purchases, if you could go through Ralph's, that'd be great. We also do a couple other donation things, a couple other websites. If you want to go to our website, gwpops.com, all of our donation things are donate to us. There's a button that you can click on it, and then there's a couple of different ways. Most of them don't cost you anything. It's just linking our charity name with your account, like Amazon Smile. This way, it doesn't cost you anything, and we get a percentage of your purchases.
Well, you know, one of our favorite spiritual songs is Amazing Grace. How about you? You know, there's an interesting story to that song. Story about a sea captain, a slave trader named John Newton. And John Newton traversed the Atlantic, taking slaves back and forth. Didn't think a thing of it until one night a terrific storm came up and his ship was about to sink in the middle of a hurricane. He kneeled on the deck of his ship and he prayed and he said, God, if you will save me and my ship, I will turn my life around, I will come home, I will be a minister, and I will change my life forever. Within minutes, the skies cleared. And after they cleared, he got to port, walked off the ship, and never got in the slave trade again, and became a minister, and wrote the words to the song Amazing Grace. So we're going to give it to you now with a little New Orleans laid-back feel, and we're going to feature Karen Bell, I believe, on clarinet, right? Yay! We've got Linda over here on trumpet, and I think we've got Marcus Zimmer on trombone. No? Kelly Dean on trombone, even better. Enjoy Amazing Grace, ladies and gentlemen.
He's not here. You know what? He's not here, so there you go.
chosen in 2005 for the video game Civilization 4. The song quickly gathered attention outside of its originally intended audience. In February 2011, it won a Grammy for the Best Instrumental Arrangement Accompanied Vocalist category. The words of the song by Kiss Kagero it is a Swahili translation of the Lord's Prayer.
works. Hey, a young Henry Fillmore had already mastered the piano, the flute, the guitar, the violin, when he asked his father if he could take up the slide trombone. His father recommended the baritone saxophone, just for the record here, and said that the slide trombone was sinful. a bit rebellious, like most trombone players are, he went ahead and not only mastered the slide trombone, but he grew up to become the father of the trombone smear. He wrote a series of 15 trombone novelty charts, and we're going to play the third one for you here. So kick back and enjoy as the entire trombone section serenades me with Lass's trombone.
And once again, we are here from the marvelous trombone section. Well, you know, so now I'll throw in our second commercial just to keep it more entertaining. So we'd also like to thank Largo Concrete, Moonlight Express Big Band, Continental Deli, Heidelberg Bakery, Sound Advice Health, and of course, Boris and Bailey for their generous donations. Thank you. Give them a round of applause. All right, Dan, take it away.
Okay, now you can hear me. Tiger Rag is a jazz standard originally recorded in 1917. It is one of the most recorded jazz compositions of all time. In 2003, the 1918 original Dixieland Jazz Band recording was placed in the U.S. Library of Congress National Recording Registry. The Canadian brass tuba player, Chuck Dallenbach, has become internationally associated with Luther Henderson's tuba Tiger Rag. It is the Canadian brass version we are playing here today. Tiger Rag is LSU's pregame song since it was first introduced in 1926. There are many high school and college teams that use the theme for their fight song. And today we'd like to feature our tuba section, Mr. Michael Rainey, Matthew Miniger, and Anna Cintora.
The tubas petitioned me to do this piece, so you kind of have to. Oh, and there's a singing part for you. So I'll turn around when it's time for you to sing. The words are really easy. So we do have one more. I know we're sad about that too. We have one more piece, and then we're going to go. We do have, if you are of a mind to it, we have a little bucket up here if you want to come and pay us a visit. And we've had a great time performing for you today, as we always do. We are the Tustin Car Show Band. We are it. We come every year. We have a great time. We bring the pop-ups for you guys to sit in the shade. So thank you very much for having us. We've had a great time. I'm supposed to announce our holiday concert because it can't be holidays without a concert from the Golden West Pops. And we are going to be at Segerstrom High School on the second Saturday in December, December 8th. If you go to our website and you click a thing that says something like join our newsletter or something like that, you will be one of the first ones to know about any additional concerts. We are playing next Sunday at Knott's Berry Farm. Some of you have passes. We'll be at 12 o'clock at the Fiesta stage. But other than that, our next concert will be our holiday concert in December.
By the middle of the 19th century, our nation was dotted with small towns and villages from the eastern seaboard to the farmland of the Midwest. Almost all of these towns had an organized volunteer fire department. They also had a volunteer brass band. It is not surprising then that someone would compose a tune for the band to play that pays homage to their fellow volunteers, the firemen. When marches first became popular, they were slow, dignified compositions such as processional marches, grand marches for military balls, and funeral marches. But every band needed a few quick-step marches for when the troops were on the move and to demonstrate their band's ability to play fast, loud, and use dynamics effectively.
gentlemen, the men and women of the Golden West Pops. Under the direction of our own Miss Pollyanna Dorman. I'm your announcer, John Eaton, along with all your band announcers. Thanks for coming, everybody. And I think, are we all, that's it? All right, we're a wrap for the day. Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you either at Knott's or at our Christmas concert. Thanks.